Drama alert, welcome to the Alexensual channel, everybody. Let's get the hammer of justice. I'm sorry, but he won't stop doing stuff. What do you expect me to do? Just focus on my real life and do more important stuff than talk about this all day? No! Alexensual dropped a 40-minute content nuke on Rested XP, Kargoz' company, and he went live on Twitch to showcase it in front of 700 viewers. This nuke got 21k views in the first 24 hours, which for a channel like Alex was very small. That is insane, and it is about to become the most popular Alex video in a very long time. So what did he do? What feathers did he ruffle? What cages did he rattle? Why did he spend the better part of a month looking for dirt on this guy? Okay, it's a long story. Let's start with the context you are gonna need to understand how this went. Alex and Kargoz were friends. Very good friends. So good friends that by the point that Alex was ostracized from the WoW community and nobody would ever give him the light of day, and no content creator would ever want to be even associated with him, Kargoz was still his friend. Your guess is as good as mine, honestly, but there are clues. Kargoz was somewhat involved in private servers. He even showed up to my podcast to talk about Everlook for a while. Basically, if you haven't watched it, one of the hosts in the podcast would say something like, "So, Everlook is gonna do X, did you hear?" And Kargoz would go in a 40-minute rant about why a green item is greatest game design of all time or something like that. I don't know, it was fun at the time, didn't care too much. But yes, he was in private servers, in the private server community. He has sympathy for private servers. I guess that's probably the angle where he befriended Alex. Although most classic streamers are former private server players, and none of them wanted to associate with Alex, so I don't know, I don't think that's it. So my best guess is there is some sort of interpersonal relationship between them that goes beyond that. Anyway, why would Alex turn on the last WoW creator that would still give him the time of day? I got my theory, and it is as petty as you would expect. Alex came back 14 months ago, supporting Everlook, cursing Blizzard, the usual. We call this phase based Alex, and it is awesome. We have a great time during this phase. But one day out of nowhere, on Alex's own words, mind you, he states that he's done with private servers and that in a call with Asamos and Kargoz, they made him see the error of his ways and he would only stream classic WoW from now on. I don't know why Asamo was in this call. I don't know why he would entertain that guy's idea, but at the end of the day, his only sin is making crappy clickbait for kids. We're gonna let him rest for now. We were all shocked that day because nobody thought, out of all the violent swings Alex takes in his behavior, supporting Blizzard would be the next step. I said that day when he said that I would kill to be a fly in the wall during that call, because what could possibly convince Alexensual of all people to do this? Well, a year later I encountered myself in a similar situation and I figured out what happened, kinda. They promised him the world. They promised they were gonna blow his channel up. They promised he was gonna pull thousands of viewers and make 6 figures or whatever else goes. And the only way he could possibly ever do that, according to them, is to forsake his entire audience, ban his entire chat, and play the one version of the game that all his viewers hate. You can imagine how good that went. His channel got from 1,000 viewers to less than 100 in less than a month. Eventually Alex figured out that he made a big mistake and he pulled an Alexensual and disappeared for 11 months again. It's funny because Kargoz showed up in my stream the very night that Alex disappeared again, and I remember, and I vividly remember telling him this, and that's with me not knowing the context, okay? I didn't know what really happened back then. And I told him, "Dude, I know you meant well, but I hope you learned not to play with fire." In the industry, that's what we call foreshadowing. Honestly, I am not fully convinced if he meant well at this point, but here's the thing. Whether you mean well or not, you always keep Alex at an arm's length. It almost doesn't matter if you're trying to be his enemy or his friend. If you play Alex, you get burnt every time. And when he says he has big nukes on streamers, he means it. So yeah, whether you think trying to destroy another guy's career over him giving you bad advice is extremely vindictive or not, I am convinced that is his entire motivation. I know, it's funny though. That doesn't take away from the merit of his claims though. He first started by showing that Kargoz owns Rested XP, which is no secret. Then he revealed that the investor or associate that kickstarted the whole thing was a bowl haircut guy with a big history in crypto shenanigans. Then he shows footage of a young Kargoz promoting those crypto shenanigans. There are a bunch of tiny accusations here and there to his business and a couple sneak character attacks to him, but I think there are 4 claims in total that have some merit. The first one is a leaked document allegedly proving that Rested EXP was started 3 months before the first hardcore event, Road to Ragnaros, and this document also shows what in my opinion is them engineering hardcore from the ground up as a business. I draw a comparison here to the time when the Fine Bros tried to patent reaction content to make every reaction video pay them. We create a game mode, we associate them to a company, we own the game mode, and we rule over everybody that wants to participate. It's not exactly illegal, it's just god awful. I know most of you don't understand how content creation works, but not only this is a bigger deal than it sounds like, it also assures them that no streamer will ever want to talk against them, which is a brilliant plan. The second claim is that Rested XP is breaking the game rules and they will sell it for $50 regardless. Rested XP is a leveling guide add-on which is perfectly allowed, but they are selling it, which is strictly against WoW terms of service. Many people will tell you that it is a gray area because what they sell is the guides that make the add-on work, not the add-on itself. First of all, you brilliant genius lawyer, I want to thank you for defending a really awful practice on a technicality, but second, the rules are very cut and dry. This is the Blizzard add-on policy. Rule 1. Add-ons must be free of charge. All add-ons must be distributed free of charge. Developers may not create premium versions of add-ons with additional for-pay features, charge money to download an add-on, charge for services related to the add-on, or otherwise require some form of monetary compensation to download or access an add-on. Okay, even with their gray area explanation, Blizzard already thought of that loophole and they plugged it, okay? There is no way this is allowed. It's a $70 billion corporation, they got good lawyers, they worded it very carefully. And it wouldn't be even that damning if you didn't put it next to the third claim, that the Rested XP clique is manipulating a terminally online, mentally ill Blizzard employee into doing their bidding. Agrend is the director of Classic WoW, and boy isn't he active on Twitter, like really active. Like, how do you get anything done at work active? Funny side note, ever since Alex put attention into this 2 weeks ago, he stopped tweeting. What a coincidence. But anyways, he establishes through many screenshots that Agrend is very good friends with the same people that run Rested XP. He then announced the official hardcore WoW servers in one of his friends' streams rather than on the official professional Blizzard social media like you would normally expect. You can imagine how the producer of the game being actively friendly to a company that profits from an add-on that breaks their terms of service but somehow never gets in trouble for doing that is a very bad look on him. Which I also think that's why he stopped tweeting like a maniac. He's feeding for his job now. And Bobby may never see whatever Alex claims, but if he ever does see it, let me assure you, he will fire him over that. This is a huge deal, associating with distributors of people that sell your intellectual property and license is a really big bomb. I don't even think Alex quite realized that, as he didn't spend much time talking about that particular aspect of it. The last claim is not exactly on Rested XP, but Kargoz, somewhat on behalf of Rested XP. We get an account from somebody, an event organizer, that alleging that Kargoz sold sponsorship deals for the event under the table and tried to sneak the sponsors on the event. Sadly, Alex doesn't dig much deeper into this or try to get the guy to explain himself better, so it is nowhere as damning as it could have been. As a matter of fact, I think this is the biggest problem with the video, guys. Alex cannot seem to organize his position at all. He will gloss over super damning nukes, and then he will spend 10 minutes doing some petty circumstantial evidence or like character attacks. I think he rushed the video. which is kinda obvious if you see that he uploaded it a day before he said that he was gonna upload it. And it would have been a million times better if he gave it another day. I suspect he couldn't contain himself. You know, pick Alex. We are still seeing the aftermath and what it's gonna be, but for now, Kargoz deleted all his social media, deleted all his videos, and deleted his Discord, which I think is really saucy. He either thinks he can disappear out of this and like his problems are gonna go away, or he wants to take everything down so he can play the "oh, I am getting harassed" card, which is something you do on the modern internet. You know, in the modern internet, when somebody criticizes you, you just say that they are harassing you and the criticism is invalid for some reason. I don't know, that's American stuff, I don't get it. Either way, whatever he's doing, this doesn't look like the actions of an innocent man that has everything to prove. And I also know something else about the modern internet, okay? When you go under fire, when you get in drama, every single enemy on YouTube that you built over the years will crawl from under a rock to tell their story about how you're a bad person. So most likely, we are not on the last episode of the Alexensual anime. Personally, I think Kargoz overreacted. He has all the hardcore streamers on his side, and I am sure Asmongold doesn't want to touch this one with a 10-foot pole. All he has to do is act like nothing happened, which he failed to do. But then again, all he had to do was not mess with Alexensual. You keep Alex at an arm's length, or this is what you get. Every time, it's not that hard.